Alright guys, Jack here, JBF Music and Guitar Lessons. What I've got for you today is that beastly, hybrid picked and sweeping fusion lick from the superb Greg Howe. The tabs and guitar profiles are up on patreon.com/JBF Music, but here's that lick slowed down. This short lick is a superb case study of some of Greg's unique picking habits. The aforementioned hybrid picking, sweeping or economy picking, hammers from nowhere, all rolled into one, so let's have a look at that. Just a quick side note here, if you have never encountered hybrid picking or sweeping, like economy picking, what I'll do is link to some lessons where I've covered these in much more detail with the eye up there, and that should help get your foot in the door. Starting with a down, hammer, down, hammer, up. So you're doing a little sweep, and up. Similar thing, we're going to go down again with a hammer, down. And then what we're going to do is hybrid pick this G string. So I'm using my middle finger because it's the one I'm most confident with. You could use your third or fourth finger, but Greg's using his middle, so let's stick with that. So far, sweeping through these strings, hybrid picking there. Then we do another bit of sweeping here, so we're going to go down, down, and then up. We're going to do it down. This is another cool thing he does that Guthrie Govan does as well. I will link to this in a bit more detail with the eye up there. But rather than just sliding into a note, you actually kind of hear the notes he's sliding through, which just makes it sound a bit cooler. Then we've got a bit more sweeping, so we're going to go up, and a down here, and a little quarter tone bend. Make it a wee bit sour, not quite up a semitone. We're then going to go onto the next string with a pull off, a downstroke. Next thing is a hammer on from nowhere. So that 9th fret there, you just hammer on like that. I'll link to a legato lesson and tips for kind of developing strength and technique with the eye up there, so I don't derail this too much. But we use this a bit more going forward in the lick. Play position shift, and we're just going to pick it with a down, hammer on, pull off. Again, a hammer on from nowhere down here. This time, rather than picking the adjacent string, he hybrid picks it. So we do that, pull off, and get a bit cleaner. There we go. Again, hammering on from nowhere down here. This 5 to 7 slide is just a down. And then we've just got this one here, quarter tone bend on that. So I'll talk through it with the picking. We've got down, hammer, up. Down, hammer, down, hybrid pick, down, down, up, down, and that's a slidey thing where you hear the notes, up, down, quarter tone bend, down, pull off, hammer on from nowhere, down, hammer, pull off, hammer from nowhere, hybrid pick this, pull off, hammer from nowhere, down pick, slide, then roll it down again, and a quarter tone bend. We'll go through that again from this angle so you can see the picking, and I won't bother talking over it this time. The only main staple of his playing that's missing from this lick is that kind of sliding vibrato he does. I've covered that before, so I'll link to a lesson with the eye up there. In terms of theory, just quickly, we're in E minor. It's pretty much just outlining an E minor 7. But with these kind of tasty chromatics, little blues notes, just to add that kind of jazz fusion edge. Now, obviously, you don't need to play exactly how Greg Howe plays it. I'm sure there's a better way to word that. But if you like his style, this is a fantastic way of getting a foot in the door in terms of his idiosyncrasies and habits. Patreon's the place to go for the tabs. For more tasty lick type stuff, check out these videos, hit subscribe to keep up to date with the channel, and enable all notifications so you never miss out on new content. Cheers, guys.